Melody Soul Integrative Wellness here. So I was musing because I'm really tired because of this whole time it's still kicking me arse. I could have done some better manifesting of how I was going to move through this whole time change, but maybe it's fine. I am very grateful that I have a very flowy and relaxed schedule that I can easily move with. So if I got to have a nap in a half an hour, I can go lay down and have a nap. Okay, leaving that aside, I have some questions for you this morning. What is your inner dialogue like? So how do you talk to yourself? I had some aha moments come in the last little bit, and I realized that the last couple of years, halfway through COVID, I literally felt like I aged 10 years in one. I felt like all the good stuff was sucked right out of my body, and I was left with this haggy, wrinkly, sunken version of myself, and then gained a bunch of weight. I'm like, fuck. And so then I was beating the shit out of myself about that. This is what I realized this morning. This is my aha. And it has to do with a video that the lady that I started all this learning with, Dr. Divi Chanana, posted on Instagram yesterday about our solar plexus chakra, which is basically at the start of our ribs, solar plexus. And she talked about a pain, sickness, illness, and disease in that area, and how it relates to how we feel about ourselves in the world. And I thought about the thoughts that I'd been having for the last couple of years, and how I was so down on myself and felt so defeated, so depleted. I felt weak, and I felt pain in my body, and I literally felt like I'd aged 10 years. So then my self-talk was not real positive, and that was the start of the weight gain. And I didn't realize it until not that long ago, like the other day. And what I was doing was I was being the bully, the mean girl of my own story, and all the versions of me that have felt self-conscious, right down to the 8-year-old when it started, the 12-year-old, the 16-year-old, the 19-year-old, all the versions of me that have always felt self-conscious or not worthy or not deserving, or that, I wasn't good enough somehow, and I, based on my physical appearance, and that really negative self-talk. And what happens is we create a protective barrier. I mean, weight is a protective barrier. And so what I was literally doing was trying to create a protective barrier against myself, because there were versions of me that were so harsh and so mean and so judgmental. And those tender versions of me inside were like, stop. And, when I think about it now, I think, God, like all that energy going to beating the shit out of myself, and how good does it do? We all know that negative words do not affect people in a positive way. We know that. We know that positive words, positive affirmations affect in a positive way. So again, I'm going to invite you to think about your self-talk and ask yourself how I can use positive words and positive affirmations towards myself for a positive outcome.